my friends! Welcome to Storytime with the Met. My name is Josefa and I'm so glad to see all of you. Please be sure to check out each Thursday at noon for a different story time and activity. Now let's find a cozy spot and let's get started. Let's sing our welcome song, just like what we do at the museum. For those of you that might not know, it goes to the tune of This Old Man. On the count of 3, can you all sing with me? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Welcome friends, get ready, get set for story time with the men, where we love to sing and read and look at works of art and picture books. We'll use our eyes to look and see. We'll use our ears to hear stories. Now let's take a seat and give a shh. Let's begin with our first book. Round of applause, my friends. Great job singing. Our book for today is a special bilingual celebration. This book is called Day of the Dead, El Día de los Muertos. This book is written by Bob Barner and translated by Teresa Maurer. Now I'm going to read the words. I'm going to need your help looking at the pictures. We celebrate our ancestors on the Day of the Dead, El Día de los Muertos. Honramos a los antepasados. With offerings of flowers, sugar skulls, and bread, con ofrendas de flores, calaveras de azúcar, y pan horneado. How yummy does all that food sound? We make tacos, empanadas, mole, and treats. Hacemos tacos, empanadas, mole, y platos deliciosos. Dishes that are delicious. Small incense that burns smoky and sweet. Quemamos incienso con ese olor maravilloso. Can you all take a big deep breath with me? Can you imagine maybe how that would smell? All smoky and sweet. What might that smell like? Before we go out, everything must be done. Hay que tener todo listo antes de la partida. Pack up our bundles before the setting sun y empacar bien las cosas mientras hay luz del día. Under twinkling stars and the moon glowing bright, bajo estrellas que brillan y una luna muy clara. Can you imagine being under a beautiful night sky with lots and lots of beautiful stars and a big, beautiful moon? Light the candles that flicker with soft yellow light. Encendemos las velas amarillas y blancas. When might you light a candle with your family? Mark a path for spirits with the petals of flowers. El camino a los espíritus indicamos con pétalos de flores que cortamos. What colors do you see in the petals? What shape are they? I see big, round, orange marigold flower petals. They look beautiful. We dance, sing, bailamos y cantamos. And remember the loved ones for hours. Y durante varias horas a nuestros seres queridos recordamos. Look how beautiful the light looks against the black, dark sky. I even see an animal in this photo too. Can you find it? Celebrate our ancestors on the Day of the Dead. Honremos a los antepasados en el Día de los Muertos. We smell the sweet flowers as we lay down for bed. Y cuando a dormir nos retiramos, el dulce olor de las flores aspiramos. Can you imagine falling asleep next to lots and lots of flowers? Great job listening, my friends. Thank you so much for reading with me. This is a very special tradition that lots of families in Mexico celebrate. What are some of your family traditions? Maybe ask your family member what sort of traditions you all celebrate together. Now, we saw lots of really beautiful illustrations of skeletons in this book. We are actually going to take a look at a skeleton print from the Met collection. This artist is from Mexico and is actually really famous for his drawings and prints of skeletons. He's so famous for his prints that they actually use most of his depictions of skeletons to celebrate the Day of the Dead. Take a close look and see what details you can find. This print is in black and white, and the skeletons look as if they're moving and dancing. Can you move and dance? Can you do the exact same pose as you see in this beautiful artwork? If you were to maybe hear or see skeletons dance, what sounds might they be making? Can you imagine some rattling bones as they dance away? Take one closer look at this beautiful print and see what other details you can find. Now, before we say goodbye, we do have a fun art activity for you to do at home. I want you to make your own skeleton craft drawing. And what you'll need are a few Q-tips, like these. And you will need a pair of scissors. Make sure to ask your grown-up. And you will also need a glue stick. And you will also need some black paper. If you don't have black paper, you can always use plain drawing paper and use a black marker, crayon, or marker to make it all black like this. And what you're going to do with the help of your grown-ups, you are going to arrange your own skeleton craft. I would recommend first laying out all of the Q-tips before gluing them down. And you can decide if your skeleton is going to look like he's moving, or maybe you want to make your skeleton look like they're dancing or jumping around. You can really play around with all of the different Q-tips before you use the glue to glue them down. I also use a piece of paper and a black marker to draw the face of the skeleton, like this. You can even make them move like this. All right, my friends. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you next week for a different story time and activity. Goodbye, my friends.